Good morning, everybody. So I did come in and put another coat on here. And I think it still needs another coat. But I'm going to go ahead and do the edging if I can. So what I'm going to do is find two things to hold this up. And I want to keep it straight. And I want to do the edging on this. Now when I do this, it's going to have to stay here for a while to dry. Because really, I shouldn't be doing this, if that makes sense. That's glitter. Glitter accents. What color does it dry? It just says glitter accents. It must dry clear. I'm kind of looking for something that's going to dry in a white. This is the Dream Drops. I love the Dream Drops. Frosted Lake, and it kind of has a greeny tint to it. Let me see, will that go with that? It will go with that. So this is kind of what sort of messed up in the last one, but then it ended up looking so good. And it did give it that, it did give it the vintage look. I'm trying to see what other colors just in case. Caramel, no. I got gold coming. I don't know how long it's going to take. I just ordered it last night. I went on their site to look for what was on sale, and I think I'm going to try this. It's like maybe a teal kind of color, but it maybe could pass for the green. Like the teal blue in here. So we're going to try that. And then after I get the edging on, I can come back and try to perfect the glaze, but it might not work. And I might have to just consider this what it is, right? Because I might have messed it up from the very beginning. Well, we know I did mess it up from the very beginning. Okay, I'm going to put this where I can see it really well and get to it really well. And I'm just going to use this. I didn't mean to do it that way. I just want to put little dots here. See? You can definitely tell this was thinner than the other stuff I had, because the other stuff I had, I was able to make dots and they stood up. This may not work. I did have some run together on the other ones, but just because I was impatient and didn't let it dry for the full amount of time. If you can see now, I'm getting what looks like beads, right? Ugh. See, this is still running. They're running. So this is not going to work. See how pretty it looks where it did work, though? But that is not working. So I have to figure out what I need is I'm going to do it this way. That's not going to work. Let's see, here we go. I'm going to really want it on the side. Maybe there's got to be a way. Maybe if I can do it smaller dots, they'll stay up. Maybe I need to keep them separated. And I can come and fill in later. Now this was why I got impatient. Okay. And so then what I would do, see how little they are, I'm going to have to come back and go and get the in-between dots. But for now, they have to dry good enough for me to be able to do that. And what I'm going to do is set this to the side because do this. Something else I want to do, and I'm not going to do it on paper, I mean on camera, but let me get some of this and I'll just show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna come through. So this is all for my tree that I decided to try to make all paper ornaments, right? And decorate a tree with just all paper ornaments. And I've said, and you know, you can leave a comment. I don't know about the bulbs. Should I be allowed to buy bulbs or should it just be ornaments on it? I don't know. But I got all this glitter paper and I thought, why don't I come through and take one of each color, just one of each color, figure out a small size, a thin size, because I'm always talking about, don't forget, you know, like when we were kids, we made paper chains and blah, 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 blah. Why don't I stick to that and remember that myself, right? Now, one thing about me is I like my Christmas trees to sparkle. I like tinsel on them. I can't ever find tinsel anymore, but I do like tinsel on them. Okay, so here's silver. So this is a scrap that I had and a full sheet. Now I'm not going to take, I think this is gold. If it's my last sheet, no, I won't take it. Not for something like a paper chain. So this is my last sheet of gold. I'm going to set it here so I can be sure I'm not going to use the metallic ones because they don't fold the same. They don't roll and twist. These are rose gold, so not the same color. I gotta be able to get it out of the... How come we can't get it out of the bag? It's just... I don't know why. I don't even know why there's a bag on it, to be honest with you. Probably never used it. And you can tell this is stuff I've had for a while, but I'm going for the glitter paper in the back. because even the glitter paper may not curve the way I want it to for paper chain. This is a finer glitter. Look at, that's the, see how they say it's encased? It's like a plastic sheet. When that happens, you can really see it. This doesn't go because that's, let me put those over here. Okay, I got a blue, which is good because there's a blue here. Well, this is a different blue. So, but then that means this is my last, this blue, right? So, don't want to use the last of any of it. So you're thinking, Lori, those are not traditional Christmas colors if you use every color. That's true, but what I'm thinking about is when we were kids, or even still, I think, if you get the colored lights, they're all kinds of colors. They're not exactly traditional colors. Like, I'm not using that. I'm not going to use the black. There's another blue. I already got the blue. Here's a green. I think this one is already tore out. It's just a scrap. So I'm going to take the scrap and then one. As long as there's another one in here, right? Because I need to make sure I still have one. I don't use a lot of glitter paper. I don't know about the rest of you, but I really don't use a lot of glitter. I don't know why. Look at all this glitter paper that I have of just that one color. Okay, here is gold. There's two different golds in here. This is very yellowy gold, right? And then there's this gold in here, and this gold I think I'm going to use for sure. That's also, it looks just exactly like the other Crafter's Companion paper. Oh, look at that black. That's so pretty. Why don't I use that? I don't know. Purple. So I can use their purple or their purple. And I think I'm going to stick with the Crafter's Companion purple because it's, I don't know why. I might have to come back and grab some of this Nuvo because it's got a little bit different look. It's got like chunkier glitter. And this is rose. And yes, I'm going to use it. I'm just letting this stuff sit here and not doing anything. Anyway, so I'm going to just go through all my glitter card, and I'm going to cut thin strips. I haven't decided how thin to make yet. And I haven't decided how big my links are going to be, so I have to decide that also. So, yeah, I got a lot to figure out. See this? Let me show you how. This is doing very small beads on there. But it will be a nice edging, I think. If it dries nice, but... Alright, so I have doing some traveling today, just for the day. I'll be back later tonight. So I won't be posting anymore today. This is going to be it for the day. So this needs to dry, and then I'll come back and add some more to it, and we'll see how we do. Maybe I'll get to work on this. So either way, if you like my video, hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. Everybody have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.